Hello, welcome students. I am Rekha Thorat, Associate Professor. Today we will discuss some theorems. First theorem is theorem number 3. A statement of this theorem is a subgroup H of a group G is normal in G if and only if the product of any two right or left cosets of H in G is again a right or left coset of H in G. That means product of right two cosets is right cosets and product of two left cosets of H is again a left coset of H in G. We have to prove this result. Let us consider the proof of this theorem. Suppose H is normal subgroup of G, and for any a comma b belongs to G, consider HA and HB be two right cosets of H in G. Right means here A and B are on right sides of H. Hence HA and HB are two right cosets of H in G. Then product of this HA and HB, HA dot HB equal to H into bracket AHB. This is by associative property in group, which is equal to H into bracket AH bracket complete into B. This is also by associative property. Only change the brackets. This is equal to H into bracket HA bracket complete into B. That means since by theorem 2 is a subgroup H of a group G is normal if and only if every right coset of H in G is a left coset of H in G. That means HA equal to H. So that by we have given in this theorem that H is a subgroup H of a group is normal. That means if H is normal, here we have assumed here that H is normal. So that AH equal to, in this proof we have assumed that H is a normal subgroup of G. So that H satisfies the property AH equal to HA. Hence HH dot HB equal to HH in bracket complete into AB. This is by associative property. It is HA dot HB equal to, first take H and into bracket AHB. This is by associative property. Again this is equal to H, take in bracket AH only bracket complete into B. This is by associativity property. This is equal to H into bracket HA bracket complete into B. This is by theorem 2. Theorem 2 is if H is normal subgroup of G, then HA equal to AH. That is every right coset equal to every left coset. This is equal to HH in bracket complete into AB. That is by associative property. But this is equal to H into AB, since H into H equal to H. Now A comma B belongs to G. This implies AB belongs to G. And this implies HAB is a right coset of H in G. Since AB belongs to G, HAB is a right coset of H in G. Thus, product of two right cosets is the right coset which is in G. This shows that HA dot HB is right coset of H in G. Conversely, suppose that here we first assume that H is normal. Here we have assumed that first H is normal, and we have proved that product of two right cosets of H in G is again a right coset. Now conversely we assume that product of two right cosets of H in G is a right coset. Let G belongs to G be any element. Then HG and HG inverse are any two right cosets of H in G. Thus, Hg and Hg inverse is also a right coset of, thus Hg into Hg inverse is also right coset of H in G. Since E belongs to H, in bracket Eg bracket complete into in bracket Eg inverse bracket complete belongs to Hg into Hg inverse, since E belongs to G, and this implies G into G inverse, that means E which belongs to Hg into Hg inverse. Thus, every right coset which equals the product of right cosets Hg into Hg inverse, which contains identity element, but E also belongs to H, which is equal to He also. Thus, E belongs to H, which is equal to He, and E belongs to Hg into Hg inverse also. Again, using the fact that any two right cosets of H in G is either identical or disjoint, therefore Hg into Hg inverse equal to H, and this implies Hg into Hg inverse equal to H for all G belongs to G. This shows that Hg into H1G inverse belongs to Hg into Hg inverse for all H comma H1 belongs to H and G belongs to G, and this implies Hg into Hg inverse belongs to H for all H comma H1 belongs to H and G belongs to G, which implies H1 inverse into Hg into H1G inverse belongs to H1 inverse into H. That means multiplying both sides by H1 inverse on left. And this implies H1 inverse into H is identity element. So only H1 G inverse belongs to H for all H1 belongs to H and G belongs to G. Thus, H1 G inverse belongs to H for all H1 belongs to H and G belongs to G. Hence, H is normal in G. Now we consider some results of normal subgroup. Theorem 4 is the intersection of any two normal subgroups of group is also a normal subgroup. This question can be also asked for objective. Intersection of any two normal subgroups is dash dash. It is again a normal subgroup. So that theorem statement of all theorems, corollary, remarks can be considered for objective questions. So read it frequently. Let us consider the proof of this theorem. Let G be a group and H, K be normal subgroups of G. We have to prove that H intersection K is also a normal subgroup of G. Since identity element E belongs to H and E belongs to K, therefore E belongs to H intersection K. Hence, H intersection K is a non-empty subset of group G. Let G belongs to G and H belongs to H intersection K. Then H belongs to H intersection K. This implies H belongs to H and H belongs to K. And since H and K are normal subgroups of G, therefore GH G inverse belongs to H for all G belongs to G and H belongs to H, and also GH G inverse belongs to K for all G belongs to G and H belongs to K. This is by definition of normal. That means if H is normal or K is normal, then GH G inverse belongs to H. Also GH G inverse belongs to K for all G belongs to G and H belongs to K. This implies, that means GH G inverse belongs to both H and K. This implies H intersection K is a normal subgroup of G, since this property of normal subgroup is satisfied by both H and K. Now we consider one definition. Let H and K be two normal subgroups of a group G. Here we define HK. HK equal to set of all small hk such that H belongs to H and K belongs to K. Bracket complete. Here note that HK is non-empty subset of group G. Now we consider one theorem. Statement of this theorem is, if HK is a subgroup of group G, statement is HK is a subgroup of G if and only if HK equal to KH. For objective, HK is a subgroup of G if and only if dash dash HK equal to KH. Let us consider the proof of this theorem. Let H and K be any two subgroups of group G, and let HK be a subgroup of G. We have to prove that HK equal to KH. Let X belongs to HK. Since HK is subgroup of G, X inverse also belongs to HK. This implies X inverse equal to HK for some H belongs to H and K belongs to K. And this implies X equal to, by taking inverse, X equal to HK inverse, and which is equal to K inverse into H inverse, which also belongs to KH. Therefore, X belongs to HK and X belongs to KH. And this implies HK is contained in KH. Denote this as number 1. Again let Y belongs to KH. Then Y equal to KH for some K belongs to K and H belongs to H. And this implies Y inverse equal to KH inverse, that is H inverse into KH inverse. KH inverse which is equal to H inverse into K inverse which belongs to HK. And this implies Y equal to Y belongs to HK. Thus, KH is contained in HK. Here HK is contained in KH, and here if Y belongs to KH, we prove that Y belongs to HK. That means KH is contained in HK. From 1 and 2, HK, we get HK equal to KH. Conversely, let HK equal to KH. That means in first part we assume that H and K be two subgroup of group G, and we have proved that HK equal to KH. And conversely we assume that HK equal to KH, and we have to prove that conversely we assume that HK equal to KH, and we have to prove that HK is a subgroup of G. To prove this, let us assume that A comma B belongs to HK. Now A comma B belongs to HK implies A equal to H1 K1 and B equal to H2 K2 for some H1 comma H2 belongs to H and K1 comma K2 belongs to K. Then AB inverse equal to in first bracket H1 K1 into in second bracket H2 K2 inverse, that is AB inverse equal to in first bracket H1 K1 bracket complete into second bracket H2 K2 bracket complete inverse, which is equal to H1 K1 in first bracket into in second bracket H2 K2 inverse means K2 inverse H2 inverse, which is equal to H1 into bracket K1 K2 inverse bracket complete into H2 inverse by associative property. Now in bracket K1 K2 inverse bracket complete into H2 inverse belongs to KH. This belongs to K into H, which is but KH equal to HA. HK, we have assumed this property. Thus in bracket K1 K2 inverse bracket complete into H2 inverse equal to HK for some H belongs to H and K belongs to K. Then AB inverse equal to H1 into bracket HK bracket complete equal to in bracket H1 into H bracket complete into K, and this is equal to HK. That means AB inverse belongs to HK for all A comma B belongs to HK. Thus, if we have assumed here that HK equal to KH, conversely here we have assumed that HK equal to KH, and let A comma B belongs to HK, and we have proved that AB inverse also belongs to HK for all A comma B belongs to HK. Hence HK is a subgroup of G. Thus we have proved the theorem in both the parts, since there is if and only if statement, that is HK is a subgroup of G if and only if HK equal to KH. Thank you.